Pra is an upsarga. Prasham. Prashant, we say prashant. So the same thing. We just add ta pratyaya here from kridanta, it becomes prashant. So a word ending in marama. So please consider, please take note that Jiva Goswami is still following the sequence of the letters here. So he has started from the very beginning, and now he did parama, pa pha ba bha, and now he has come to marama. So in the masculine gender, it is declined as follows. The word prasham. Dhatur mono Vishnu padante ma vayoscha. The ma of a dhatu. So I already said that sham is a dhatu. The ma of a dhatu changes to na when the vishaya is Vishnu padanta or when ma or va follow. So when we have prasham yukta su, so radha Vishnu janabhyam. Now it's a Vishu, the Vishaya is Vishnu Padanta. So the ma of dhatu changes to na. So it becomes prashan. It becomes prashan. I think the same rule is applied when the ta pratyaya is there. Or maybe ma Vishnu Chakram Vishnu Jane and then Vishnu Chakra Sari Venur. Because even by that rule we can make prashanta. Anyhow, we'll cover that ahead. So it becomes prashan because of the Jnapaka Prashano Nasya Chado Harivenu. What is this? Jnapaka Prashano Nasya Chado Harivenu. Oh, we did this somewhere.
Yeah, it's in the Sandhi Prakarana.
I think this is in the beginning somewhere of Vishnu Jana Sandhi. Yeah, this is after actually No Antash Chachayo, Sharama Ityadi. After that, just after that. So Prashanaha Nasya Cha Ado Harivenuhu. The deletion of Na by Sutra 260 doesn't take place. So what was the meaning of that sutra? That the Na Rama of Prashan converts into the Harivenu
of the
following Varna, according to that.
Yeah.
So when we have Prasham Yukt Au,
I think this is just referring to 1-1, isn't it?
Yeah, it's referring to that. Because ideally, Namantasya Nasya Hara Vishnu Padante.
Is this because, so what he's saying is that there would be no point of 108 if we applied Namantasya Nasya Hara Vishnu Padante Buddham Vina, because you would always delete it. So we need 108 to have a purpose. Prashana Nasya Chado Harivenuhu, it needs a Narama in order to have that transformation.
Yes. Right. So it's the sutra is just, it's still like, basically this sutra has got nothing to do directly with the sutra Namantasya Nasya Hara,
Yeah.
But still, because of the presence of this sutra, it demands the word to be like this, Prashant.
Yeah.
So we cannot just delete this Narama as we do normally by Namantasya Nasya Hara Vishnu Padante. So it stays as Prashan. Then Prashamo, here the Marama doesn't change because it's not Vishnu Padanta, or either Ma or Va do not follow. Prashamaha, Prashan, so Prashamo, Prashamam, Prashamo, Prashamaha, Prashama, Prashan Bhyam. Here Purvasya Vishnu Padavatvam is applied, and so in that sense, the Vishnu Padanta became the Vishaya, and then they converted it to Narama by this Dhatur Mono Vishnu Padante, Mavayashcha. Dhatur Mono Vishnu Padante, Mavayashcha. And likewise, prashanbhi, prashame, prashanbhyam, prashanbhyah, prashamah, prashanbhyam, prashanbhyah, prashamah, prashamah, prashamam, prashami, prashamah, prashangsu, prashan, prashamo, prashamah. The word chatur for is always used in bahuvachana. In the masculine gender, it is declined as follows: chatur. Chaturana duho Ram Krishna sthane buddhitvam. The words chatur and anaduhu take the agama am when a Krishna sthana follows. So one of your homework is Arvan for today. Arvan. So chatur. So the words chatur. Vijay Prabhu is like our class monitor. It's like, okay, I'll add more. It's self-appointed class monitor. I'm just joking. Kidding. Okay. Okay, the words chatur and anaduha. Anaduha means an ox. Actually, the formation of the word anaduha is also amazing. We'll discuss this afterwards. There is one dhatu, vaha, which means to carry something, you know. So from, and even the word vivaha, you know, vaha, vivaha, they are made up of that root, vaha. And vaha means to to carry, possess, to bear, even to suffer. So even an ox is a bearer in one sense. So anyhow, that's a different thing. Yes, so the words chatur and anaduha take the agama am when a Krishna san follows. So when we have chatur yukt jas, because chatur is plural, four is plural, so it's declined in plural only. So chatur yukt jas, so 275, and chaturana duhoram, chaturana duhoram Krishna sane buddhitvam, ante sarvishat paramita sthanam, and so we have this Chatuyukt A, R, and Us. Yeah. This 225 is Antasharishat Paramita Sthanam, yes. Then Udvam Vaha is applied, and then it becomes Chatvaras. Then Sararamir Vishnu Sargo Vishnu Padante, Chatvaraha. Chatvaraha. Yes, Chatvara. Then Chaturyukta Shas, it's Chaturaha. What is 155?
Sararamaya Vishnu Sarga Vishnu Padanta.
Yeah. So it's Chaturaha. So when the change to Vishnu Sarga is done by Sutra 155, the Vishnu Sarga again becomes Rama by Sutra 144, which is 144. Anyhow, anyone?
Ra Ishwarat Sarveshwara Gopalayoho.
No, not exactly.
No, this is Anishwara Dapi Ramajaha.
Ramaja. Yeah. So Chaturyukta Bhis. So Purvasya Vishnu Padavatvam is applied first, and then Sararamya Vishnu Sargo is applied, Chaturbhis. Then Anishwara Dapira Ramajaha, Chaturbhis. Now, one may question if when it was Chaturbhis and we want Chaturbhis, the proper form is Chaturbis, then what was the need of doing this? So it's simply that means the sutras which have to be applied, which technically they have to be applied, even though the forms remains the same, we have to apply them. We should not be lethargic in not applying them, thinking that no, what difference will they make?
Oh, so why you are saying here Anishwara Dapi? Because it's after Ishwara only, right?
U is an Ishvara, right?
U is an Ishwara, right?
Yeah, it says api. Means the main thing is Chatu is originally Chatur. So the Visarga, Vishnu Sarga was originally Ra Rama, and then again it turns into Ra Rama. Of course, this is Ishvara, but even if Api, even if it is an Anishvara, still that Vishnu Sarga will be converted to Ra Rama. That is the point.
Correct. But here, even the Ishwara Sutra itself works, right? We don't need to go for the Anishwara Tapira Ramaja.
No, but we have to go because Chatu was originally Chatur.
So if, let's say, if that is not U, if it is A, Chataha, let's say, hypothetically, then we may need that sutra because it is ending with R previously. We need to apply that. But here, Ishwara Dapi Rama, sorry, not
See,
Ishwara.
when Goswami applied the word api, Anishwarad api ra Ramaja. So api includes Ishvara also with Anishwarad. It implies that also. If he had not included api and he had simply said Anishwarad ra Ramaja, then we could have accepted that it only implies for Anishwara, as the Purva Nimitta. But when he says api, so api itself implies Ishvara also. So the main point is that this Visarga was Ra Ramaja.
Yeah.
The Vishnu Sarga we are considering here is Ra Ramaja. And this is Ra Ramaja, whether the Purva Nimitta is Ishvara or Anishvara. Okay, Prabhuji?
Sure, Prabhu.
The main thing is Ra Ramaja, and Api indicates that it can also be an Ishvara as the Purva Nimitta. Doesn't matter. The main point is Ra Ramaja.
So the sutra
why-
is saying whether it's an Ishvara or not an Ishvara, Dapi, if it was originally Ra Rama, then it turns back into Ra Rama. We apply the previous sutra.
So
Because it's Ra Rama Jaha.
my understanding of Api is even if it is an Anishwara, but if it is a Ramajaha, then it will be converted. But if it is not an if it is not an Anishwara, in the sense if it is an Ishwara, then we can just apply the previous sutra only. We don't need that extra sutra. It is extra sutra is only for the case where it is an Anishwara. Even if it is an Anishwara, you just apply that.
What is Sutra 144? Can anyone please check?
Yeah, maybe we are quoting.
Ra
the wrong
Ishwarat
sutra.
Sarveshwara Gopalayo.
Okay, so yeah, he's right.
144 is that?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, so yes, you're right, Prabhu.
Nice. Good spot.
Raishvara Gopalayo. So Chaturbhis and then Sar Ramayur Chaturbhihi. Then Chaturbhyas again Purvasya Vishnu Padavatvam Sar Ramayur and yes again Raishwarat and Chaturbhya. So the Agamanut is applied. So like this. Yes. 6.3 is Chaturnam. The Agamanut is applied by Sutra 268, which is what is 268?
Radha Vishnu Janamyam.
This is that
Nudami, right?
it's no, that's earlier. This is Rasha Nanta Sankyata Rasha Nanta Sankyabhyo Nudami Swarte. That's it.
Oh.
Rashananta Sankhyaabhyo Nudami Swarte.
Yeah, because it's Rananta.
Yes. So Rashanant Sankhyapanudami Swarthe. So when it's in Swartha Prayoga, so we imply am. So nut nut. So antidagma parasamandhi. So Chatur Yuktanam Purvasya Vishnupadavattvam Sararamyor again Raishwara Sareshwara Gopaliho Chaturnam and then Chaturnam Rasharidyabhyanasena Ramasena Vishnu Sarga Supi. And when Sup follows, which is 7-3, then Rama doesn't change to Vishnu Sarga by Sutra 155, which is Sara Ramyur, when Sup follows. So Ramasena Vishnu Sarga Supi. So it's prohibiting doing Nishedha of that sutra. So when it is Chaturyukta Sup, so ideally it should be Purvasya Vishnu Padavatvam and Sara Ramyur. But it says no need to do that. No Vishnu Sarga. So Chaturyukta Su and then Ishvara Hari Mitra Kang Ebhi Pratyavrinche Sasya Shurna Vishnu Sarga Vadhane Api Natu Vishnu Padadyanta Sati Nam and Chaturshu. So please do Chatur as well in the homework. So Arvan and Chatur. And when we have Priya Chatur, which is where Chatur is not predominant in the usage, so it's simple. Priya Chatur, then we apply the sutra 275. Chaturana doham Krishna Sthana Buddhetvam. Because that sutra doesn't demand it to be either Swartha or not Swartha. It's a general rule. So Chaturana duho Ram Krishna Sthana Buddhetvam is applied. And yes, we have this Chatvar, Priya Chatvar, Priya Chatvaha, Chatvarau, Chatvara, and like that, Chatvaram, Chatvarau, Chatvaraha, yes, Chatvar, and so on. So because the meaning of the numeral is not predominant, nut is not applied by Sutra 268, which is Rashanant Sankhyaveho Nudami Swarte. So it's not Swartha. So Priya Chaturyukta Am, so Vishnu Bhakti Siddham Vishnu Padam, Priya Chaturam. And when it comes to Su, so it says Buddhe tu that sutra. Which sutra? Buddhe tu
What is the
Chaturana Duhoram Krishna Sthane Buddhe tu
yeah?
So when Buddha is there, so instead of we have but Ante Sareshat Paramithasthanam is applied, of course. And Uddamva, so Priya Chatvaha. Priya Chatvaha. Yeah, Priya Chatvaha. When Sup follows, what is this?
Hal is this Pratyahara of Panini, right?
Okay, we'll stop here for today. We'll continue this. This is simple. Abhr Yukta Su, then Radha Vishnu Janabhyam, and then Satsangantasya Haro Vishnu Padante, then Vishnu Dasa Vishnu Padante Hari Goshachari Gada, and ultimately Vishnu Dasasya Hari Kamalam Vavirame. So up or up. So one who acts like a cloud. Abhr. So we'll continue from here tomorrow. Anything? Any clarification or something? We'll do some Anvaya. We haven't done. So we discussed few shlokas, 3 shlokas, I think, on Saturday, myself and Vijay Prabhu. It was second chapter and shloka 20. We discussed 25, 26, and 27. Shall we go through them again? Or we move ahead? We can just go a little fast. So 125. Oh, sorry, 25. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Bhejire Munayothagre Bhagavantamadhokshajam Sattvam Vishuddham Kshemaya Kalpante Yenu Taniha Ataha Hetuho Agre Pura Munayah Sattva Rishayah Vishuddham Rajas Tamah or Rajah Tamah Rajas Tamo Tathayo Sa Ramah Adarama Gopaluru Nityam Nirmuktam. Okay, who can tell the sandhi here of Dvitva?
This is
Raramat?
Yeah, Raramat Sarveshwara
Sarveshwara tu
Harigotram Vina. Yeah, Raramat
Yeah.
Sarveshwara Sarveshwara tu Harigotram Vina.
Yes. So Sattvam Kevala Sattva Murtim Bhagavantam Adhokshajam Akshaja Jnanatitam Aprakrita Vishnam Bhejire Sevaya Masuhu Ataha Ye Subhagaha Tan Bhajana Shilan Munin Anuvartante Tepi Iha Sansare Kshemaya Charma Mangalaya Kalpante Bhavanti. So therefore, yeah. So agre, like before pura, which could be in the former time, ancient times. So the rishis, the munis, who were in satoguna. So I was discussing with Vijay Prabhu that because they have mentioned specifically sattva guna rishaya, it means there are also rishis who are like rajoguna rishaya. Means if there is a specific mention, so it must mean that there are also categories of rishis, and we hear from the scriptures that we do have.
Probably the modern scientists are tamoguna rishya. They drink also and then they just do research.
So anyhow, so munis who are rishis in satoguna, basically, unless one is in satoguna, how can he be muni? Because muni means one who is mananashila. You know, mananashila is one who contemplates, who can contemplate, you know, who can reflect, who can deliberate upon matter, anything, any subject. So either one is in satoguna, how can he do such things? And if one is in rajo or tamoguna, even if one tries to contemplate, deliberate, or think upon a particular matter, it won't give a proper result actually. And that's what we see today. Because contemplation, deliberation in satoguna is broader than deliberation in other gunas, you know, broader in the sense one, you know, considers, what is this? Yeah. So broader in the sense that a person in satoguna, he considers all the facts while deliberating. But persons in rajo or tamoguna, they are narrow in their thought process while deliberating, and that's why they make wrong decisions and wrong resolutions. they do not consider the proper side effects of what decision they take. So like that, munis, sataguna rishis, vishuddham. So munayah vishuddham sattvam bhagvantam adhokshajam bhejire. They serve, they worship the Lord who is known as Adhokshaja, which means Akshaja Jnana Atitam Aprakrita Vishnum. So Adhokshajam refers to the transcendental Lord Vishnu, who is beyond the sense, beyond the knowledge attained by the senses, or basically who is beyond the sense perception. So Aksha is referred to the senses in scriptures. Aksha also means eye at some point of times, and Aksha also refers to the senses. So the Jnana, which is born of the senses, and when it says Aksha here, it automatically implies that the senses are first of all matter, they are material, they are impurified, and the next point that they are covered with the four defects: Brahma, Pramad, Vipralipsa, and Karanapata, as we read. So, so the Munis, they worship such Lord who is unknown by the sense perception, who is Vishuddham, which means who is freed from any touch or any tinge of Rajoguna or Tamaguna. And so his Sataguna is pure Sataguna, Shuddha Sattva, as they say, and that is the fourth stage. And it's Sattvam. Keval Sattva Mayamurtim. Keval indicates Rajastamo Nirmuktam. You know, Keval means there is no tinge of Raja or Tamaguna at all. So it's only Sattva Mayamurti. Sattva Mayamurti. Yeah. Bhejire sevayamasu. Ataha, therefore, ye subhaga, those fortunate souls, they also who desire, you know, those fortunate souls who desire charma mangal for themselves. Oh, sorry, those fortunate souls who follow anuvartante, these munis, who were bhajana shilan munim, they become eligible for the parama mangala, charama mangala in this world. You know, just by following these rishi munis, the fortunate souls, the sukritivan jivas, they become eligible for the ultimate auspiciousness in this life, and what to speak of the next life. Mumukshavo ghora rupan hitva bhutapati natha narayana kalahashanta bhajanti yanasu yavaha. Mumukshavastu anyan na bhajanti. Those who desire liberation, they do not worship anyone else than the Supreme Lord. Atha, therefore, ghor rupan bhutpatin hitva, after hitva, parityajya, after giving up, let's say, the worship of bhutpatin, who are ghora rupan. Bhutpatin refers to Pitri, Bhut, Prajesh, Adin. You know, the Pitri Devta, Pitris, the Bhutas, the Prajesha like Daksha and so on. And who are Bhishana Akritin. Now here Ghora Rupan refers to, what I understand is Ghora Rupan is a Visheshana for Bhutpatin here. We can check Prabhupada's translation. This is 1 to 26. Because I think
Right,
that
I think the ghastly forms of different.
he connects it to the next word, right? Bhutapati.
Yeah.
Because that day I think we considered them two separate words. But I think it's a Visheshana. So it's 1 to 27? 26. So those who are serious about liberation are certainly no. Yet they reject the horrible and ghastly forms of the demigods and worship. So yes, so they are. It's connected to the next word. Also, one thing to be noticed: there is a difference here of the shloka. It doesn't include Pitri and Prajesha. You see, it says Mumukshava Ghorupan. That is okay. Oh, sorry, that
This is
was
just from the
here.
Anvaya, right?
Yeah, I considered that in shloka. So, so like that. So after giving up, so the mumukshavaha, I really like this explanation of mumukshava actually, which means anartha nivritti prepsavaha. Prepsu means those who desire, ipsu. The word ichha becomes from ipsu. So those who desire the eradication of their anarthas, uh, and those who are devata antar anindakaha, who are not blaspheming, not envious of other demigods too. It doesn't mean that if we are not worshipping demigods, so it's because of that we are envious to them. No, we are simply we are simply devoted to the Supreme Lord, and we don't envy anyone else. So, and such devotees are Shantaha, which means Asat Trishna Hinaha Santaha. So they are devoid of any Asat, material thirst, Trishna. So Santa doesn't have refers to the devotees, the saints. It's just like being San Santau Santa, you know. So being such Mumukshava Anasuyava Shanta, uh, they worship Bhajanti, which means Upasate, Narayana Kalaha, Narayanasya Avataran. So in such a state, they worship the different incarnations of Lord Narayana. Hmm. Actually, the way, it's really amazing the way the shlokas are composed. Just to notice the word Anusuyava, if we just notice it. This word in itself shows the humble attitude or non-envious attitude of a devotee. Just by adding this one word in the shloka, that the devotees do not worship anyone else than Krishna, anyone else than the Supreme Lord, doesn't mean that they are envying anyone else than Krishna. No, it's just that they are devoted to Krishna. That's all. And they know that only Krishna can award the Parama uh, Shreya, the Kshema, the Parama Kshema, Yoga Kshema Vahamyam, as Krishna says. So very nice actually. That's why the language Sanskrit is Sanskaroti iti Sanskrita. Has anyone gone through that? Heard that sometimes? I was thinking of what is Sans. How can we define the word Sanskrit? Means the etymology of the word Sanskrit.
He's writing Vachaspatyam, something is writing Krita Samskare. Something.
Yeah, yeah. Krita, no. It's referring to some grammatical part actually. Vyakran.
Oh, I see.
But anyhow, Sanskrit. I heard from one of my teacher, Sanskroti iti Sanskrita, one which purifies, one which refines us. Us means our mental, intellectual, physical status, the way we think, the way we contemplate, the way we live even. So that's Sanskrit. And that's a sanskara, impression. So very nice. रजस्तमः प्रकृतयः समशीला भजन्ति वै पितृभूतप्रजेशादीन् श्रियैश्वर्यप्रजेप्सवः. We also see this word samashila in third canto when Devahuti Mata was to marry Kardamuni. So it comes there that both of them were samashila, of the same nature. Rajah tamah prakritayah. Rajastamasi prakritihi swabhavah yesham te. Those who are having the nature of Rajagun, endowed with Rajagun and Tamagun. So this Trivikrama E is because of Dvivachana. Radha Brahmabhyam Au E. So Samashila Atayava Pitribhutadhivihi Samam Shilam Yesham Tehi. So those who are in the same, whose nature is as same as that of the Pitriganas, the Bhutas, and so on. Or basically to say, those who are in the same category of Pitri, Bhut, Ityadi. Those who are Shriya, Aishwarya, Praja, Ipsava, who desire Kaminaha, Lakshmi, opulence, with the wealth, Putra, son. I don't know why don't they say Putri, they just say Putra. Every time we see it is Putra. It's Putrashti Yajna, Putra. Mataji would be very angry.
Reason for them to desire a son was just to continue the parampara of that performance together, right?
Means this could also be the thought that okay, means a son is the one who continues the parampara, the Vansha parampara. But that even that putra will come up from a putri of someone.
Oh, yeah.
Means that thought could be there.
And there's also one more meaning, right? Prabhuji Putra, one who relieves from the pum.
Yeah, Prabhupada says that actually.
Yeah, he does this.
Pung trayate. Pung naraka trayate ti putra, something. And if you read Hitopadesha, if you have, just in the very beginning actually, oh my God, it's very heavy. If one is neither a Vaishnava, a learned Vaishnava, okay, if one is neither a learned scholar nor a devotee of the Lord, then he's not a putra, he's a mutra.
Yeah, he's urine.
Oh my God. If you read Hitopadesha, they're like clear cut.
So who wrote Hitopadesha?
I really don't know. Actually, Hitopadesha, what I heard from my teacher is, it's like a compilation of verses from many places.
Oh, is it a Vaishnavic one or is it like more like Chanakya?
It's like a normal thing, a moral.
Yeah, it's more like Chanakya Niti, huh?
Chanakya
Niti
Niti.
Shastra.
So they took something from Chanakya. Many verses which we even use in ISKCON, like, what is that verse? Dharmena hina pashuhi samana. That also I saw in Hitopadesha and many more verses.
Yeah, Prabhupada would quote often from Hitopadesha. These tell the
Yeah,
stories. Sometimes he wouldn't quote verses, but he'd tell whole stories.
Guruji, the verse you were saying, Ahara Nidra Bhayamaitunancha,
Yes.
that comes in Mahabharata, right?
But I also, because Hitopadesha is a compilation of morals, so they might have taken from Mahabharata as well. Mhm. So yes. So those who desire Lakshmi Vitta Putra, they worship Bhajanti Pitra Bhuta Prajeshadin. So they worship them who are tat tat phala pradatrin, who can bestow those particular fruits. Of course, according to Bhagavad Gita, even the Pitris, the Bhutas, the Prajesh Ityadis, they can all only bestow when sanctioned by the Supreme Lord. Tetai, Taitai, what is that verse in 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita? Taitai. Anyhow, I'm not getting it. But Krishna is the one who ultimately sanctions. But these people who are Shriya Ishwarya Prajepsavaha, because they don't have that knowledge, or even they have that knowledge that Krishna is the one who bestows ultimately, they don't have that faith, so they just go to the next door, the closer one, which is Pitri Bhut Prajesh, and they just worship Bhajanti. तैहि समशीलत्वात् एव तद् भजने प्रवृत्ति, because they are of the same nature of them, that's why it's easy for them to be engaged in their bhajana. It also implies that to worship Krishna or Vishnu, we have to be of the same nature of Krishna. Not to say that we have to be another Krishna, but we have to be transcendentally situated to serve him, to be engaged. And that's why Prabhupada used to say that when we get to Brahma Bhuta stage, at least, then what is that verse? Brahma Bhuta Prasannatmana Shochati Nakangshati Sama Sarveshu Mad Bhaktim Labhate Param. Then the Para Bhakti will start actually. The actual Bhakti will start after attaining to the Brahma Bhuta. So now also we are something, but that is not Brahma Bhuta, that is Brahma Bhuta. We are now Brahma, Brahmita.
Illusion.
Yeah, bewildered.
We are Bhuta, of course. Jivas are Bhutas, but we are Brahma Bhuta, wandering. Anyhow, so it will happen gradually. Okay, so we'll continue tomorrow. Anything by anyone? So we'll continue tomorrow. Okay, I think actually tomorrow I'll be traveling to Pandharpur again to my Gurudev. But I think that the train is at 10:30 p.m. IST. Can we meet at 8 p.m. tomorrow?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes,
Means half an hour before the normal time.
yeah.
So because I don't want to miss tomorrow's class, because the day after tomorrow also I'll be in train. So day after tomorrow will be no class, but tomorrow we will have a class. So tomorrow half an hour earlier than the normal time. Okay. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hari Val, Prabhuji.